Back in the day when I first arrived in the Philippines, guys, I used to think that the way to get a woman is through my words. I used to think that I was a great wordsmith, man. I was into poetry, so I used to think that my words would be the thing that would have a Filipina swooning for me, right? But if you find yourself in an online dating type of situation and you find yourself utilizing these words repetitively, or you're using them quite frequently and the conversation is kind of going the exact same way, you're trying to get to know them and you're trying to have conversations with them and things like that, and you find yourself just bored with it because at the end of the day you already know what you want, I would rather you just be honest and get straight to the point with a Filipina, right? Or any woman for that matter, because at the end of the day, I kind of feel as though you would be surprised at how many women will likely be into exactly what you're looking to get into. For example, if you ask a Filipino or you suggest to a young lady that you're interested in a little bit of fun, a little bit of bedroom activity and things like that, you're likely going to get met with one of two answers. Answer number one, no. How dare you? I'm not that type of girl. All you foreigners are the same. You can go on about that shit. I can't believe you would ask me that. You are crazy. I just met you. We ain't never met before. How dare you think that I'm going to sleep with you on the first date? You might get a lot of those no's, right? So ultimately, you're going to get the no answer. Number two, you might get a yes. Might be a long shot, but she might say, you know what? I'm interested in the exact same thing as you. But the caveat, the asterisk that comes with it is I do not want you to be surprised if there is an attachment to the agreement of yes. AKA, do not be surprised if baby girl asks you to pay a bill. Can I borrow some money? Can I get some money as a result of this particular action taking place? All right. So again, one of two answers, man. You're either going to get a yes or a no, but I'd rather you just be honest up front, right? You can use your words all day long, but you're going to find yourself bored, especially if you really know exactly where you're trying to trend with this one. If you're in a situation or a position where you feel like you can take your time, and taking your time is of the essence, and you just want to get to know somebody before you graduate to the bedroom activity, it's more or less going to be like, let me just text her, let's see how the vibe is, right? As opposed to, let me see how quick I can, how can I get her interested in the bedroom activity? That's the best way to put it. So, again, I've learned over time, man, just get to the point. If you know that that's what you want, you'll probably hear no more often than yes. Likely. You will hear no more often than yes, and that does depend on the type of woman that you're actually trying to engage in said activity with, right? But on the off chance that you catch her in a moment, or you catch her on a good day, or just a day where she feels like she could use a warm body next to her, then guaranteed, man, you might have just talked yourself into a jackpot, man. Again, I've had situations where it's taken longer than others, and I've had situations that have kind of, closed within a few days, right? It just depends on the situation, and it definitely depends on the female. But I'd rather you be honest than to talk all of the, oh, I'm gonna bring you back to the United States nonsense, or oh, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna buy this for you, I'm gonna do that for you, when you don't necessarily have to. All right? So guys, lesson learned, get straight to the point. Don't waste time if you know what you're looking for. I would rather you be open and honest with a Filipina about what you're looking to get into, as opposed to beating around the bush and trying to find a way to get in by using creative wording that's not really necessary. Because sometimes females, Filipinas included, they get bored with the conversation. Oh, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. What are you doing today? I'm doing this today. What are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing this today. Oh, that's great. I mean, the conversation can die down quickly. Unless you can find really interesting conversational pieces that you can keep her attention and, keep her attention engaged in you, it's going to be difficult, man, especially if all you're trying to do is get from point A to point B. There's really no need to, waste a lot of time with useless words, especially when likely if she sees you and she finds you to be attractive, whether that be through a dating app or whether you just met her in person and, you're texting a little bit to see where her head game is or see where her mind is. I'd rather you just say, look, love, you know, I don't know how you feel about this, but like I think you're really sexy, or so not like crazy like that corny, but for me, I just like honest, man. I tell her how I feel about her. I tell her that I find her to be attractive, and you know, I'm trying to see if you know you'd be open to the idea of. That's literally how I word it. That is literally how I word it. If you want to know how the Good Docs game works, I've kind of just gave you the nutshell template to utilize in the conversation. If you're trying to at least get her mind geared towards or aim towards the idea of seeing where her head is about you guys getting together. So I would literally say, you know, I like you, or I think you're cute, you know, I find you to be attractive, and you know, I'm just wondering how you feel about this or how you feel about that. All right, I can't give you the whole sentence I would use, but in some eloquent way, I would find a way to fit that in there. That way she knows exactly where I'm at. And if she's coming back with that no, I ain't with it, hey man, that's just my cue to move on. Because most of the time, depending on how she really feels, sometimes that no was a very, very shallow no. As in, she's saying no to save face. She's saying no just because she doesn't want to seem like she's an easy type of girl. And that's okay. I respect you. I respect women. Look, love, if you sleep with me on the first date, I'm not mad at you. All right? I'm not mad at you. Do your thing, boo. I am more glad that you're open enough to be able to share in this particular experience with me as opposed to judging you because you did. No, 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 no. Not me. I am far from a position to judge people like that. So, if a girl doesn't sleep with you on the first date, like I said, or she probably does want to, if she really finds you to be attractive, again, it's always hit and miss, but likely she's going to tell you no so that it doesn't seem as though she's desperate, and or it doesn't seem like she's an easy type of girl. And there's like really a thing with Filipinas and image, and of course saving face and not trying to come off as the easy Filipina, even though she wants it probably just as bad as you do. She'll probably try to drag it out or make these exclamations about how bad you are of a foreigner because you asked her to, you know, have a little fun on the first time or the first couple of texts that you guys had together and stuff like that. She may find you to be crazy or whatever, or bastos, which means rude. She might even say you're bolero or some shit like that. And, you know, she'll call you all kind of Filipino words and shit. But what I want you to understand and what I want you to think about is, again, not being afraid to walk away from the situation if it's just not working, or you know, not being afraid to just say, okay man, maybe I should just shift to the next one. Give it a little time. If she comes back into the fold and she starts messaging you again, I can almost guarantee she's thought about it a little bit, and she just might be open to the idea of. She just might be open to the idea of. All right. Bring them back into the fold and let them in slowly. All right. Make sure that she feels as if this is a decision that she made, not something that she was forced to do, right? Got to make sure that she is comfortable making the decision for herself. You have to guide her towards the decision-making process and make sure that she is the one that is making the decision, not you, right? She has to be the one to say yes, right? And she doesn't have to be forced or anything. Because when she feels like she's in control of the situation or in control of what she's thinking and what she wants to do, I kind of feel like it's empowering or liberating or some shit. So use it to your advantage, man. Use your advantages to your advantage, man. Doc knows how to... I've been doing this for a while now. So I've kind of been able to find a little solution that works for me. Again, am I 100%? Absolutely not. Am I a high percentage? I'm higher than I was when I first started. That's the best way for me to put it. All right. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this video, man, please feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. There's a heart in the corner. Drop a couple dollars on the Good Docs books as a quick thank you. I would highly appreciate that. If you haven't catched your boy on Facebook, I do have a Facebook also, but also on the Patreon, guys, man, where all the unforeseen content is. Make sure you check that out. 60 plus videos and a lot of shit coming. All right, so make sure you check me out over there. All of that's listed in the link in the description area below. Did I miss anything? The Good Doc merch, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking to get you a t-shirt, a mug, or anything like that, email me. I'll make sure I take care of it for you. All prices include shipping and handling. All right, and this has been my time, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoy the time, and I appreciate you locking in. With that being said, man, Good Doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.